whenever Down said that there was going to be 4 EPs released within the calendar year of 2012, or 2012 and 2013, well, here we are in 2014, and we just have gotten the second one. The second Down EP for Down 4. This one isn't assigned a color, as far as I know. However, this is certainly one that has 6 more tracks, and I can kind of understand when listening to these why they divided it up into 4 different EPs. Principally because if you put, I'm assuming, all of the songs together, not only are you going to see some thematic stability between all of them once this is all over with, but also they would never have fit on one album. This would have to have been a double album. Especially whenever you take a look and see 6 tracks and 36 minutes. You put that with the tracks that you got off of the last EP, and you already have yourself a full album right there. So what's Down doing very, very well on this EP? Kind of the same things that they were able to do well in the last EP, only in a bit of a different way. The songwriting is all very solid. Phil's vocals are starting to sound more and more gruff as time goes on. Perhaps the album that he did with Philip Anselmo and the Illegals certainly gave him a little bit of inspiration there. There's a gruffness to it that certainly seems to have been ever present with his vocals. However, you notice it a bit more on songs such as Steeple, the opener on this album, on this EP. But I have to say that where Down really, really excels, where Down is arguably, bar none, one of the best sludge bands on the planet, is whenever they do songs such as Conjure or the very final track, Bacchanalia, where they really are able to expand everything and go 8+ minutes. The reason why they're so good at this is because they have such a great sense of atmosphere, and sludge as a genre is something that really utilizes that to its greatest extent. It's really its greatest asset to really utilize one hell of an atmosphere in order to really make your riffs sound that much larger and really give the whole entire tone of your songwriting and your musicianship sound that much better. It's something that has a certain hypnosis to it, but at the same time grants you endless possibility. And they certainly do that with both of these tracks on this album, especially near the end of Bacchanalia, which I really have to say is a surprise that I'm not going to disclose to members of the Cover Killer Nation and any other people viewing this video. It's something that you're going to have to listen to for yourself. It's something that's a little bit out of context, a little out of the ordinary, and certainly something that's kind of very nice. Almost seems as a sort of moving tribute, which is certainly something that you would not totally expect from Down. Really, really like songs on this album, such as Sufferer's Years, that definitely tend to explore some different lyricisms here. Hating This Time of Year is certainly something that would have a grand amount of personal significance to me had this been released in the winter time, because winter plus me usually does not equal good things. So I can certainly lament with whatever time of year that Phil happens to be speaking about on this track, but there are definitely times of year where it definitely seems that people change a little bit, and for me, like I said, it's more of the winter months, which is a very exciting time here in the CKN channel, but on the personal side, not so much. I'm infusing a little bit too much of personality here whenever I should be describing the fact that this is 6 tracks that flows very nicely and showcases a fair amount of diversity on this album. Really, this is something where speed is not necessarily an absolute principal thing that you absolutely need. However, they are able to judge this and really alter it at a very nice pace, not to mention it's something that does not take you so far aback that you are immediately thrown off. It's not something that's so harsh that you're going to feel very disoriented whenever you continue to the next track on this album. This is instead something that is really handled very masterfully, and one that certainly continues my praise for this cycle that they have going on. Initially, whenever I first listened to the first part of this, I wasn't immediately impressed, but that's something that quickly changed. This is something where with the second one, I was immediately impressed and immediately liked what I heard. Now, I really don't rate EPs the same way that I do full-length albums, but this is certainly one that I approve of, one that I certainly recommend. Is it the fact that it's a year and a half in the waiting and we definitely got our money's worth? That's probably one of the main reasons, but also because it's just damn good musicianship. I really enjoyed what they did on this, and I think that you guys will as well. So what do you guys think about this EP? What do you think about this whole idea in general? And is it something that you would like to, at one point in time when all 4 of them are released, listen to the whole thing from front to back and see what happens? Because I kind of would. I'm hoping to. I'm just hoping it doesn't take until 2018. But a man can dream. I'll see ya.